Your inner being never looks back. Whew. Your inner being never looks back, even if there are delightful things back there. Because there are so many delightful things in your present, and potentially even more delightful things. Your inner being is always and only, always and only, always and only, always and only looking forward. Your inner being, eyes, felt that? Eyes are between where you stand and whatever you're doing vibrationally and what's in your vortex and what you're being called to. Always eyes there, never looking back. So when you look back for any reason, you run the risk. We don't like that word very much, but it really is the most applicable word here. You run the risk of activating vibrations that are denser or more resistant. That's why we don't spend a lot of time. Now it's not so important, but you know how when you were with your children and they wanted to do something and you knew there wasn't time for it, you tried to distract them so that they didn't look there. Well, your inner being is distracting you from what's back there, because that's really old news. What's manifesting right now, as far as your inner being is concerned, is old news, because it's vibration that's already come to a manifestation. Every moment is a manifestation. Every moment is a manifestation. What you're seeing and hearing and smelling and tasting and touching, that's manifested, because now you are interpreting it with your most leading edge interpreters of energy. So once you're seeing it and hearing it and smelling it and tasting it and touching it, the work has already been done and you are viewing the results. It's like taking the cake out of the oven. It's done. It's not becoming anymore. That's as much as it is. Here's why it happens. As you stand in your now, sometimes somewhat dissatisfied with the components of what is manifesting right now, there is a strong human tendency to explain this by explaining what came before. And always there is resistance in that. It's a justification, a sort of rationalization, and we touched on it yesterday. It's a trying to get awareness or agreement sometimes from other humans. But it really is not your best use of your time or your best use of your energy. And so the analogy that we've offered for years really applies to you here. When you're going 100 miles an hour and you look back, or you hit a tree because you've looked back, it's a bigger deal than if you're going 5 miles an hour when you have resistance. And so because your energy is moving so fast, and because there's so much in your vortex, and because you've touched so much of it and you know so much, we really want to encourage you to spend less time analyzing things and just more time romping and laughing with your friends, knowing that whatever's happening, whatever you need to know, is going to be stirred up. You don't have to go looking for the trouble. If there's something that you would benefit from stirring up, you'll find it, but don't go looking for it to try to weed it out.
Does the density from before, like you're speaking about, if you turned and looked back, does that density get cleared by looking forward?
Yes, because it gets cleared in the same way that when you tune your dial to the station you want, all other stations are cleared.
I think that's the thought of thinking that I do have to clean that.
We know you think that, but you can't clean it up and you can't get to the bottom of it, because your attention on it makes it more. Haven't you noticed that? Have you ever had some issue that you needed to discuss with someone? So you sit down and you have a heart to heart. It's not a heart to heart, it's a brain to brain, and it never works. It's a competitive thing about who's right. And the conversation might come to an end because you're exhausted, but it never comes to a resolution. It's just, let's table this for later. After we've eaten, we have more energy to fight with each other. And so really, the only battle that's going on is between you and you. And you're the only one waging the battle, because your inner being is not waging a battle. Your inner being is saying, hey, you told us incrementally that you want this and this and this and this and this, and we've been tending it, and Law of Attraction's been working on it, and a whole lot of cooperative components have already been gathered. Come on over. And you say, I will as soon as I get this out of the way. I will as soon as I resolve this issue. I'll be right there as soon as I defend myself. So your inner being doesn't work on helping you get to the bottom of things. If your inner being was helping you get to the bottom of things, it would be fun to do it, but it isn't fun ever.